So I'm here to review Red Dawn, and no, not the remake. I'm here to review the good one. Red Dawn, the 1984 film, was about a group of kids that basically they arrive at school and then all of a sudden, right in the middle of a class, Russians just start raining from the sky basically, and they got tanks and trucks and everything, and so they just take over the town. So the small group of the kids escape the town and get off into the mountains of Colorado. And the group of kids consists of Patrick Swayze, Charlie Sheen, Howell, Lea Thompson, and Jennifer Grey. And there's a few others, but I don't really know them from anything really. And there's also, halfway through, they also recruit a pilot, I guess. And so, yeah, out of those actors that are in this one, you can kind of see the talent did not really transfer into the remake. Because in the remake, we got Chris Hemsworth, who's good. And then, yeah, Jeffrey Dean Morgan as the pilot. Yeah, I like Jeffrey Dean Morgan in some stuff. Josh Hutcherson, he's good in The Hunger Games. Josh Peck, he was good in The Whackness on Drake and Josh, and I haven't seen ATM, so I wouldn't know how bad he is in that. And a lot of people are really, some people really picked on him more than anyone, saying he would ruin it. But you know who I think would ruin it is Isabel Lucas. I don't know which girl role she plays, but she was the female Decepticon on Transformers 2. Yeah, I think she's the one that'll ruin the movie if anyone does, because it's just, I haven't seen her in anything besides that, and she was horrible. So, plus it just, I can believe that Lea Thompson and Jennifer Grey kind of over time learned to become like expert marksmen. I don't believe she can even hold a gun. And you know, Josh Peck and Josh Hutcherson, sure they can learn, but the new remake, I don't know how good it's going to be, because in this movie they basically spend 6 months or so. I believe it starts around September or October and it goes to like February or March. So this thing isn't ended in like a couple weeks, and they're out there the whole time kind of scavenging, learning to shoot, and it's making little trips into the town to get stuff. And yeah, they basically build their own little squad of people to try help with the war. I guess it's World War III going on. And it's really about like character development stuff, because the new one looks pretty much like, oh, it's all about the fight and they're all just gonna get real patriotic and Wolverines and go out there and shoot everyone. But you know what, I just don't believe that it's gonna be as good as this one. And this one's got its own problems. The pacing for most of the movie felt really odd. It seems like at times it couldn't go by faster, and sometimes it dragged on a little too slow. So the pacing was all over the place, and from up until basically at the end of the movie, I didn't like the pacing. It just seemed like it was going by really fast, and then at some points a little too slow. But besides that, at the end it was perfect. The acting was good though. I mean, all the characters, I mean, Patrick Swayze is awesome. I believe that he would be put as a leader. He's got leadership skills. Howell, he was fun. Charlie Sheen as his brother, he wasn't even in the movie as much as I thought, because he's there, but I thought because Charlie Sheen's in it, like he'd be a little bit more prominent in the story than he is. And I'm pretty sure Josh Peck in the new movie's a lot more prominent, because apparently he's like freaking whining the whole time. Like Charlie Sheen just kind of, he was there. He had some lines. He was at the end. Jennifer Grey and Lea Thompson, they were pretty good. I believe that the chick from Back to the Future was shooting people, so that's good. And everyone else was pretty good. The villains, the main villain, I don't remember who played him, but he was, I believe it was Russians and Cubans that were invading, and I think it was a Cuban guy. And he was basically one that was running the show, but at the same time he kind of felt like he didn't know why he was there and he was thinking about leaving. I liked his sort of little character arc he had. He was well developed, as were the kids in the mountains. And I think in the new one that's going to be a problem too. I don't think the villains are going to be anything besides, oh, they're North Koreans and they're trying to hurt America. We got to stop them. And the kids, I think, is just going to be, we got to stop them, grab the guns, let's go shoot them and end this thing in like 2 weeks. That's just how I feel, and that's kind of what I heard. I haven't seen it yet, but maybe I'll rent it in a couple months or something. I'll see, and then I'll review it eventually. But I honestly feel like that movie is just not going to be close to this movie. And I don't feel like what they're going to do what they did in this movie, because in this movie a lot of people die. I'm not exactly going to say who, but like people in the town are getting killed. And I'll just say that there's some characters in this movie that die. I'm not going to say all of them die. I'm not going to say only like 2, but characters die. And I believe in the new one that's not going to happen. Like, I don't know. Chris Hemsworth, they're going to kill Chris Hemsworth. It'd be pretty ballsy to kill Chris Hemsworth, but I don't know. Kill Josh Peck and Hutcherson or the girls. I just don't feel like they would kill him. I think this new PG-13 dumbed down version of Red Dawn isn't going to take any chances. And so I'm not like hating towards it because I just saw the original Red Dawn now and I liked it. The new one, I just don't feel like it'll take any chances with like killing off the characters. They might kill off 1 or 2, but I just don't feel like it's going to be the same. The dumbed down PG-13 version of Red Dawn. Ugh. But I'm optimistic that it might. But from what I heard, it's like pretty poor. And Red Dawn's a pretty good movie, having just seen it, and going in the new one, I'm optimistic that it has better effects. I mean, the explosions and stuff in the old one, they pretty much saved most of their budget for the end part, and then all the other stuff in the movie just seemed like, yeah, just put some smoke coming out of the guns. The explosion, just smoke. But then at the end, they actually, alright, blow some shit up. But besides that, it just kind of, yeah, like they saved their budget for the end. This new one looks like it's got a higher budget. Besides the fact that MGM kind of went broke and the movie sat on the shelf for a couple of years. So, Red Dawn, I love all the actors in it. The writing was pretty fun. And it was directed pretty well. And, yeah, I would probably give Red Dawn a B+. It's a pretty enjoyable movie. The pacing's the only thing that really kind of wrecks the movie. And since it's the pacing throughout most of the movie up until the end, it's kind of a lot of annoyances that come across. But besides that, it's really enjoyable. I think you could watch it sometime. And the new one, whenever I see that, I hope it's not shitty, but I just worry that it's going to be terrible. So whenever I see the new one, I guess I'll put a review up and we'll see what I thought of it. So if you like this review, like, subscribe, and thanks for watching. See you guys later.